I'd like to introduce you to Apalele. Apalele is a young boy who lives in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. Apalele lives with his mother, a wonderful lady, and his father, who he calls Daddy. Dad has a great job and is able to provide income for the family. And so Apalele lives in a nice house with his family, with his mom and his dad, and he's able to go to a good school to receive a good education. There's always food on the table at Apalele's house, and anytime he gets sick, he has access to any medical help that he might need. This boy has grown up in a safe home, protected by his dad and by his mom, and they've invested in him spiritually, giving him his next step toward Jesus every step of the way. Apalele is part of a community of other moms and dads who are also investing in him. After all, it takes a village to raise a child, and this young boy is growing up with tremendous hope because he lives in a wonderful family. However, HIV/AIDS crisis has affected his family in a profound way. His father dies of AIDS, leaving just Apalele and his mom. Apalele's mom now has to find a new job, and her job gives her a limited income. And so things start to change for her in the sense that she has to move out of their house and he has to move into substandard housing in a village. He now has to go to a village school, which doesn't give him the great education that he used to get in his old school. Also have limited access now to food. They don't have the nutritious meals that they used to have at one point in time. If he gets sick, they have to go to the village clinic for public health. And now, all of a sudden, this boy is vulnerable. His mother is at work, his father is not around, and he is open to some people who might want to come in and take advantage of this boy. Spiritually, he's starting to wonder what is going on. There's a little bit of doubt entering his life. And this boy now, instead of being a part of a community, is being ostracized because his father died of AIDS. And instead of hope, there's tremendous uncertainty in his life. This is Apalele living with his mom. Due to HIV, his mother gets sick and she dies of AIDS, leaving Apalele all alone. Now all of a sudden, his world really has changed. He has no source of income. And instead of even substandard housing, he has no housing. He is a homeless boy, homeless kid. He cannot go to school. He cannot find food. He is malnourished and is scrounging for whatever he can find to eat. Unfortunately, he has no access to any health. He might still be able to go to the clinic at times, but he is unfortunately exposed and is being manipulated by members of the community. Spiritually, he's lost. He's lost. Community is not there for him. He's alone and he's experiencing great amount of despair. Apalele, his world has changed. But this is where Oceans of Mercy might step in for him. You see, Oceans of Mercy can connect Apalele to a mama in the community who can provide hope, life, and love. Now, Apalele is a real boy. He's a real human being. This is Apalele. And the real mama that he was connected to is a wonderful woman named Mama Gladys. Mama Gladys, through Oceans of Mercy and the One Life Child Sponsorship Program, will provide income now for this boy. Housing is provided for him. He can now go back to school and get this good education that was always there for him when he was little. He doesn't have to worry about his food. He has every meal taken care of and he's well nourished. If he gets sick, he has access to all medication that he needs. Probably most important, he is safe. He's taken care of. He's looked after. And he's developed spiritually, reading the Bible, in prayer, and he's always got his next step towards Jesus. Apalele is welcomed back into the community along with other kids just like him, and he can walk this walk together with them. And all of a sudden, this young boy has tremendous hope. Apalele and the mama through Oceans of Mercy. But Apalele is not the only child that Oceans of Mercy is helping. In fact, there are hundreds of kids just like him who have been served, and dozens of mamas who have been connected to these kids. to provide hope, spiritual development, life, physical development, and love, emotional and educational opportunities for these children. That's the Oceans of Mercy story.